Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another Sims Info and Thoughts video. So what you're seeing here is the so-called gameplay trailer for Growing Together. I mean, it was still decent in what it was talking about with the features that it covered, but it was kind of odd. It probably should have just been called Family Dynamics or Social Compatibility Trailer, because it didn't really do an overview of all the gameplay in this expansion. It was very focused on like a couple of things. Those would be the milestones and social compatibility. So you can see there is this relationship set to close between the husband and wife. And yeah, you can see they're having fun together and just kind of like having similar interests, and they have good compatibility. And they celebrate milestones together, like getting married and having kids. And yeah, so they're pretty receptive to the grandfather stopping by to meet their baby Orion. Not Onion, Orion. But then it rewinds to show that the dad is actually really not that socially compatible with the grandfather, because they do have pretty opposing interests. One likes causing mischief, but the other hates it. One likes gardening, the other hates gardening, so bad compatibility. And it shows the grandfather as he's lived his life with the milestones, not just positive ones, but even getting fired from his job. So yeah, sad for him. So his life hasn't been the best. It's had good and bad moments. After that, we once again rewind to the grandparent arriving. Now we see Orion's perspective, and funny enough, this visit has actually caused Atlas and Orion's dynamic to become difficult, so that's quite interesting. It makes me wonder if we can actually see these happen autonomously and not just us setting this every time. But yeah, we do see Orion go through some milestones as an infant, as they do have many firsts. So that sounds pretty cool, actually. And then we get to see Atlas's perspective, because he was once like the center of attention, but now he's not because of Orion. But he's actually really happy to see his grandfather show up, because they have so much in common, and popping a wheelie is a milestone apparently. I guess if I were to become an extreme sports athlete, yeah, absolutely that would be a milestone. Yeah, so that's pretty much the end of the trailer already, and not too much to it. One interesting detail at the end is that the grandfather is walking with suitcase in hand, so this visiting thing, the suitcase does seem to be an actual prop and not just something set up as decoration ahead of time. I am confused though, are these visits from relatives always spontaneous, or are you able to arrange them ahead of time? Because I don't mind some spontaneous visits. I think that does make the gameplay more interesting and can throw a wrench into things, as they basically explain in this trailer, but I would love the ability to arrange them as well, because I think striking a good balance between chaos and also being able to micromanage is what makes The Sims really good. What is really funny is that with social compatibility, it's the opposite end of the spectrum, because it's like, well, we know we can select them, but do they truly happen organically through gameplay as well, or are they just set every single time by you? But also, if they were able to happen through gameplay, you should have the option to turn them off if you really want to stage things exactly as you want. After watching this trailer, I am even more convinced now that the social compatibility system is replacing chemistry and romantic attraction that we had in The Sims 2 and The Sims 3. So this time they're focusing on relationships in a general sense and not only romantic ones, and it being all about interests instead of whether a Sim has blonde hair, or if they're high up in their career, or what outfit they're currently wearing, or what in a cult they are, if any. So there's definitely like a different focus, but I still feel like we're not going to get anything geared towards romance at this point. It is just going to be this. Whether it's better, it's hard to say without playing it, or at least watching the live stream that's happening on March 3rd. I would say I'm more excited to play with infants too, with all the milestones they can experience, like pooping their diaper, having their first bath, lying on their back, learning how to crawl, learning how to eat, and learning how to stand up against a chair. Yeah, I think that does seem interesting, that it kind of gives you a bit more insight into just kind of exploring the world from an infant's perspective. We already knew that we'll be getting more skin marks, but it looks like the sim on the right side of this shot has stretch marks, so that's pretty cool. But overall, very strange that they focus so much on the milestones and social compatibility when we already know for a fact of at least a few other features, like the sleepovers and baby showers. How do those work? The rec center, the treehouse customization, the ability to lose your baby teeth, learning how to ride a bike, power walking, possibly bird watching from one of the first screenshots we got, and we still have seen very little of the new world San Sequoia. Though from what I've seen so far, it doesn't really look all that interesting. It does appear to be just another kind of generic US suburb, but we've already had that in other worlds like Newcrest and Willow Creek and Evergreen Harbor. The SimGurus do insist that there is a lot more to learn though. SimGuru Nova says, the trailer did prominently feature family dynamics, milestones, and social compatibility. There is so much more in the pack. There were also a few other features nestled in there that y'all might not have picked up on initially. It's hard to capture in 2 minutes, live stream soon. The Sims replied with, like an in-law's temporary stay. That definitely sounds like a recipe for drama. And Ziguru Ninja replied with, I'm actually low-key excited for the pie menu reorg coming with the update. Okay, that actually sounds kinda nice because I've used a mod for quite a while to reorganize that, but it would be nice to have that officially because it can get really annoying, especially with the friendly menu in particular, to click through so many things to get to the thing you want, especially if you happen to have all of the packs. I'm still keeping my expectations low though, because let's face it, The Sims 4 has been around for nearly a decade, and the track record has been all over the place. There's definitely been some expansion packs that turned out to be really bad after initially looking really good, like Island Living, and then we've had, like, say, Eco Lifestyle that didn't really look all that impressive, but then the live stream turned things around a lot, and in my opinion, actually, Eco Lifestyle is one of the best expansion packs. So it's just, yeah, it could really go either way still, and this gameplay trailer hasn't convinced me of one or the other just yet. I'm marginally more excited, just a teensy bit more excited, but I feel like they should have done more for excitement than only that. I think if they were doing multiple gameplay trailers for Growing Together, like they did with some of the earliest expansion packs, like Get to Work and Get Together, City Living, and Cats and Dogs, this trailer would have made more sense from a marketing perspective, but I'm sure that's not what's going on here. They really are banking a lot on this upcoming livestream. And that wraps up another Sims Info and Thoughts video, so feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on this Growing Together trailer, and be sure to subscribe if you'd like to keep up with my latest gaming content. I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!